want to give all praises, glory, and honor to, all right, the Most High and His only begotten Son in their true names. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Harakakadash, all right? And those are the names that I have faith in, all right? And double honors to the apostles, great millstone, who taught me this truth, all right? And honors and salutations to the men of the Lord scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing out this ministry, this truth, all right? This doctrine, all right? And we understand that the Bible is not a fairy tale, all right? The Bible is literally speaking in these times we're living in these last days, all right? The end of an era, all right? And to the families of the men of the Lord, wish you a shalom, all right? The ones that's of the men of the Lord household, all right? And that's taking heed to the men of the Lord, all right? Wish you a shalom, okay? Like the title of the video say, rob Peter to pay Paul, okay? And that's what's going to, that's the mindset every American is going to have in the near future. All right, people are already cutthroat, and selfish, in today's world. Guess what? It's an old saying. It's an old saying in the world. They say, if you rob, what it is if you rob, you'll kill. If you kill, you'll steal, or something like that. You know, that's an old saying. That old folks always said. You know, and these I'm gonna say Babylonians, all right? Because if you don't know, America is Babylon the Great, all right? America is also what? Spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, along with those three other cities, that was in the area of Sodom and Gomorrah, all right? America is also Egypt all over again, all right? America is the most pagan, city, major city, that great kingdom on the planet Earth. Because America comes in the spirit of all those different, all those different, ancient kingdoms. All right, and America actually upholds the philosophy and the idols of those ancient kingdoms. And the customs. All right, so you can literally see a glimpse. I wouldn't say a glimpse. You really can see over 100%. But just for terminology, I'm gonna say glimpse. You can see a glimpse of all those ancient kingdoms. The Assyrians. In prophecies in the scriptures where it talk about the Assyrians is talking about Babylon the Great America. Okay, so the Assyrians, the Babylonians, and so on and so on. The Egyptians, all right, the ancient Greeks, the Romans, and America is ran just like ancient Roman Empire. All right, America got its the way it runs its government and all that. It got that from the ancient Roman Empire. Okay. So this is Rome all over again. This is Rome all over again, all right? And we're going to start off with Second Esdras. Well, I want to start off in Isaiah 19. There's Isaiah chapter 19 and 2, all right? Isaiah chapter, I'm going to start at 1. Isaiah chapter 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, all right? And what is that swift cloud? It's a chariot, what the world knows as a spaceship or a UFO, all right? So it says what? Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. All right? You know, so e- the, and when you go to Second Esdras, the book of Second Esdras, it talk about the Lord um, hitting. You know, this is modern Egypt. America is modern Egypt. All right. It talks about hitting this place with all those plagues plus more of what the Lord did with the ancient Egyptians. All right. So it says, verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against another. I mean, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. So we understand this is future prophecy. All right. You know, these plagues that the Lord is talking about, this everything that's in this chapter, it didn't happen to the ancient Egyptians. You know, so these plagues are these prophecies is going into what now? You know, so it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, the Egyptians. All right, so that's talking about what? Your citizens. You know, your citizens are going to turn against one another. All right. That's why I titled it, you know, rob Peter to pay Paul. You know, because people are going to result to what? Violence. People are going to result to violence for survival. All right. A lot of people with that mindset, I gotta see it to believe it. You know, I don't believe shit until it happens. You know, those are going to be the main ones. Um, you know, the main ones that's being violent, that's looting, and all that. You know, when society collapses. You know, because they don't want to take heed. You know, they don't take heed to the warnings. You know, you got the men of the Lord. You got the men of the Lord warning you what's going on. All right, on all these different social media platforms. All right, you got whistleblowers. You know, backing up what the men of the Lord are saying. All right, you got so much happening in the news and all through Babylon the Great America. All right, clearly this is events that's happened on a large scale that never happened in in times past at this rate. All right, and I even hear people in the world, they're starting to say like, man, time going by fast. Like, you know, um, there was an old guy at my job. He even said that he was like, man, time that went by fast. Like this, he said this year went by fast. You know, and I'm like, yeah. You know, I ain't getting to nothing, but I just said, yeah. You know, so even people of the world, they noticing like, damn, time going by fast and shit like that. You know, and the scriptures talk about the Lord, shorten the time for the elect's sake. All right. So as we get closer and closer, and these prophecies of the Bible build up, evil is going to increase on the earth and things like that. All right. So we understand that our redemption draweth nigh. All right. Let me see. You got more. All right. So that division, we seeing that now. Okay, that division in America, we seeing that now. You seeing it all through the world. All right. You know, and I'm gonna get that scripture in Matthew. Like it says, as in the days of Noah, there was eating and given to marriage, meaning they didn't give a fuck. That's how the average American is. They don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world. They only care about their life, their goals, their dreams. That's all they care about, and having fun. All right, and having fun. And a lot of, especially like the younger, the younger adults, that's like in their teens and 20s, and I'll say 30s, they're complaining of not being able to what, go to clubs, go to these, like, these Halloween parties and shit like that, you know, and they don't understand spiritually. The Lord is against Babylon the Great America. You know, that's why this truth, you know, like this truth set you free. All right. Let me continue reading. It's Isaiah chapter 19 and 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols. All right, and the Lord is doing it. All right, that American pride, I'm gonna get that American pride that every citizen once had is ceasing. All right, people are looking sad, stressed out, you know, on the edge. You know, more people are smoking cigarettes, vapes, doing drugs more than ever. All right, this has increased, you know, in 2023. Everything that's negative, you know, and bad, it has increased. All right, you know, the murder rate, homicide, evictions, getting kicked out of your house, you know, you name it, you know, people losing their jobs. All right, it's over 60% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. You know, let that sink in. So you got majority of the Americans, majority of the Americans, all right, in America, they're living right above the, you know, the poverty line. You know, so they barely getting by, living check to check. So you know they stressed out. You know, and the reason why they hope, you hope in this wicked ass place, America. You don't understand that according to the Bible, the Lord is against this place. That's why this place, the way of living, is all ceasing. All right, this place is about to what's the word? So many words, plummet into what? You know, chaos. All right, plummet into chaos. It's gonna be like the book of Eli. You know, it's gonna be like the book of Eli. All right. So it says, that's it on that. That's it on that. I want to get Isaiah 13. All right. So you know, this is a quick lesson. You know, and this is a warning through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah. All right. You know, so Christians, they don't get into, you know, and these Christians, they not the real Christians. You know, like Elder Apostle Tahar said. Oh shit, phone about to go to it. All right, like Elder Apostle said, you know, we're the real Christians, because you know, being a follower of the Lord, of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. All right. Actually, what did the Lord say? The Lord said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." All right. You know, so that's His do's and don'ts. You know, do what the Lord told you to do, and don't do what the Lord told you do not do. All right. Don't be like Boosie. You know, and that's why Boosie is catching pure D hell. You know, pure D hell. You know. So, like they say in the world, everything that glitter is not gold. He's catching pure D hell. All right. He's been, you know, disrespected. He just recently got into it, you know, with Rod Wave. I don't really be caring about this shit, you know. But the situation dealing with his daughter and his, you know, baby mama. All right. You know, it's just pandemonium, grief. You know, if I'm not mistaken, he did have an illness. All right, he probably still do got an illness. You know, and a brother, I forgot it. But one of the brothers did a video on how you got all these celebrities, they starting to quit smoking weed. You You know, so that's something to be vigilant about. You know, maybe they, um, you know, then seen or heard something with, you know, what they're doing with these, with that, with weed. All right, you know, so that's something to ponder about. You know, because 2/3 of our people are simple; they're not prudent. You know, so we understand Esau, the so-called white man. He's going to poison you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are God's chosen people. All right, your enemy, the so-called white man, and it's the other nations as well. But they just benefit off your, you know, your poorness, your uh, your, you know, being oppressed. Us at this downtrodden state. Every other race under the planet Earth, they benefit off of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know, culture and yeah, I'm gonna just say that they benefit off your culture. All right. So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if we don't return to Yahweh Shema Shah, all right, because you're the Lord's chosen people, you're the people of the book. They don't want you to tell that. Your enemy don't want you to know that you're the people, you're the Lord's people. That's why you got brought over here on slave ships. That's why on Thanksgiving and all before that, they were, you know, slaying what, the natives, you know, and put the you know, the Native Americans, all right, the different tribes on reservations, you know, and done so all amounts of atrocities, they raped, robbed, and murdered. You know, Esau, the so-called white man, raped, robbed, and murdered you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, and then fooled you into thinking that okay, forgive and forget. You know, forgive and forget. God is white. He loves everybody. That's not true. When you actually read the Bible, not everything Christians say is not in there. You know, it's not in there. But like the scriptures say, only a remnant. Let me check the percentage. Only a remnant of our people gonna actually read the Bible, return back to the Lord. All right. Take heed to the men of the Lord, beginning with the elder apostles, great millstone, unto the great men scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, teaching the truth of the scriptures. You know, all right, teaching the Bible in its entirety. All right, not adding and taking away from the Bible, because the Bible is true. The Bible was not written by the white man. All right, it was written by men of old that look just like us. All right. So it says this Isaiah chapter 13. I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 11. All right. Isaiah 13 and 11, and it says this is the point I want right here. Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay? So all the proud, you know, the wicked, the 2/3 of the Lord's people, all right? You know, because you got three categories in the Bible. You got the sons of God, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. You know, you got the sons of men, which are the other nations, and you got the sons of the wicked, which is the so-called white man today. All right, you know, descendants of that. You know, they're ultimately descendants from Esau, so-called white man. But you know, they originate from the Mount Seir, also called Mount Petra. You know, in the Caucasus Mountains. All right. So West and Euro descent. All right. So they're the wicked on the planet Earth. You know, it was already prophesied. Let me see. I'm not going to go to it because I want to stay on topic. But it was already prophesied, you know, for the so-called white man to rape, rob, and murder and pillage the planet Earth. That's how it was prophesied through the Bible, for him to get this power. Okay. All right. And the white man today is the only white people today, period, is the only, no matter what continent or country they name themselves after, but the white people today are the only race of people that fit the biblical Edomites. All right, they fit the depiction and they fit the prophecy of taking over the world. All right, through what? Their power, their great sword. All right, you know, the Lord blessed the so-called white man, so-called white race. All right, to what? With the ability to kill, with the ability. That's why they so great at war and hunting. The Lord blessed them to be the best hunters on the earth. You know, the best at war. You know, so that's why they're good at creating weapons of mass destruction. You know, so that's all I'm saying on that. Let me see. All right. Let's see. I'm about to get a scripture because I'm about to close out because my phone about to die. But just getting the scripture just to show you everything that's happening in the world. All right. I want to get this right quick. Nah, I'm not gonna get this. All right. I'm gonna jump. 2nd Ezra 15. All right. This 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and I'm gonna start at. Let's see. I'm gonna start at, because it's ultimately the Lord that's doing this. The Lord is taking away that love. The Lord is taking, according to Matthew 24 chapter. If we got time, I'm gonna get it. But the Lord is taking away that love, you know, from the planet Earth. All right. You know, that spirit of love and having morals and, you know, just having compassion on one another, coming together and things like that for the greater good. The Lord has taken that mindset, that spirit off the planet Earth. All right. You know, the nations, all right, they're divided more than ever. Country versus country, nation versus nation. This race versus that race. All right, civil unrest. Okay, uproars of the people, riots. All right, so it's the Lord, and you know, even the Christians know I'm not lying. In the scriptures, what does it tell you? All right, the one who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahweh Shah. He said that he came to bring division on the earth. So the Lord came to bring division on the earth. Okay, that lets you know we're in the last days. In the households, and you know, from positions of authority and power all the way down to just the households. You know, the mother, father, daughter, son. So the Lord has increased. The Lord has increased what? The demons on the planet Earth, according to Psalms. All right, the Lord has increased the demons on the earth, according to Psalms chapter 78 and 49. All right, it's either Psalms 78 and 49 or 48. So this 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and I started 15. This 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 15. All right. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right. This is coming. All right. This 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It say, woe, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right. And that woe means what? Destruction. All right. And you notice, you so-called Negroes, blacks, African Americans. All right. That's not your true name. That's not your true nationality. All right. We're from the tribe of Judah, Yahweh. All right. So you know you're Israelites, you God chosen people, you're true Jews. All right. One thing about y'all love to say, whoa, whoa, now. No, 2/3 of our people love to say, whoa, now. You know, whoa is him. You know, so you literally telling yourself destruction. You know, and that's literally what they be saying. You know. Now, of course, they don't know what the word woe mean. You know. But that word woe is in the Bible. Woe means destruction. You know, that means what? That when the Lord say woe unto you, destruction unto you. All right. The Bible tells you the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You know, so we're entering into what? Scary times. All right. You know, so and what? You know, we're saved by what? Having faith and works. Hoping in the Lord that we're of the elect, the chosen. But you got to put in the work. You got to actually be serving the Lord according to the Bible and calling upon His true name, Yahweh Shema Shah. All right? You know, so because you don't want to get caught up out here, you know, and get what? Get killed, or your loved ones get killed. You know, so we ultimately want the Lord to protect us and give us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know, to move the right way through these dark days we enter into. All right? Because this truth gives us the stability. We know what not to do, we know what to do, and things like that. All right? Patience, hope, all right, endurance. But my phone about to die, so I'm gonna end it on this. All right. So with that, I want to end it. Give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. Once again, double honors to the elder apostles, Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and real well. All right, and to the men of the Lord scattered throughout the four corners in these last days, seconds and times before the society collapsed all around the world and chaos abrupt. All right. A mighty shalom to the Akim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, doing His work and having faith in the Lord. All right. The families, the men of the Lord, wish her shalom. All right.